honey. How are you?
Okay.
Good.
Where's Maeve?
She went to Mass.
Oh. Well, who's minding the bar?
Well, I'm kind of watching things till she gets back.
You?
Yeah, what's the matter with that?
Well, the customers expect to see somebody who really knows. Well, you're not a professional bartender. Well, I guess it's okay. At least this way we have another chance to talk.
Yeah, sure.
Remember yesterday when I came by Frank's office and asked about Nancy Feldman's address and she got all nervous?
Yeah, I remember. And I also remember telling you to keep your nose out of other people's business, which I hope you have.
Bobby, I'm involved in this for Maeve's sake. You don't realize how desperately upset she is. You can't see that because you're in Washington all the time, and she hasn't confided in you the way she has in me. Anyway, for Maeve's sake, I did a little investigating, and I found out where Nancy lives. And then I found out where Patty lives, and guess what?
I don't want to hear any more of this, Dee.
It's the same place. They're living in Bucky Carter's houseboat down in the marina.
Are you telling the truth?
I always tell the truth now. You know that. Anyway, Pat and Nancy are living together. What do you think about that?
I think you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Number one, you're invading their privacy. Number two, you're jumping to conclusions unless you're actually following their comings and goings, and I doubt that you have.
I saw Patty in pajamas and Nancy in a nightgown. They were putting things away, and Nancy was folding sheets.
You what?
Well, I just happened to be looking in their window, and I saw them.
Oh, Dee.
All right, I followed them, and I peeked in. I told you it was an investigation, like when you were a detective. Bobby, I had to. They're breaking Maeve's heart.
I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I'm not going to stand around and listen to this.
Well, you can't go. You're supposed to be watching the bar.
Oh, well, come on. You're the professional bartender. You can take care of it.
Bobby, please don't go. At least stay till Maeve gets back. She's going to need all the support she can get. You don't know how terrible she's going to feel when she finds out about Pat and Nancy.
You're not going to tell her about this.
Well,
Oh, no. Oh, no. Maeve is not going to find out about this.
But Bobby, she has to.
Tom. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I wasn't expecting anybody.
May I come in?
Of course. I only have a few minutes. I'm about to go out to a new student.
Oh, this won't take long. There are just a few things I would like to say to you about my husband.
Well, this is lovely, Jillian, but I still don't understand why we can't talk at home.
I told you.
No, all you said was something about meeting on neutral territory. I thought you were kidding. Come on, let's go over to the hospital. I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
No thanks.
The only space big enough for us is all outdoors, huh? It's come to that.
On this issue, I suppose that's true.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been considering the whole issue of a new pediatric wing for Riverside.
Uh-huh.
It's very generous of you to offer all that funding for the new project. And I appreciate the fact that you want me to administrate it.
Janu, if you thought about it...
No, wait a minute. I've been up all night thinking about this. Let me finish what I have to say, all right?
Fine.
I know that a lot of positive things can come out of this. It'll help save a lot of children's lives, and it is a beautiful memorial to Edmund. I thought about that, and I decided that I would accept the job.
That's terrific.
But I want you to know I know what you're doing. And I don't like being manipulated, and you're not getting away with anything.
Wait a minute. How have I tried to manipulate you?
You want us to have another baby? This serves that plan. I mean, by surrounding me by children where I'm constantly having to deal with them, you think maybe I'll want to have another baby at some time.
That's not why I instigated this project.
Not all of it, but part of it.
Part of it, yeah.
And you don't think there's anything wrong with that? Fine. Fine, I understand your position. But I want you to understand mine. If I accept this job, I am the director. I do things my way. The funding that you're giving doesn't give you the right to interfere in any decisions that I make.
Of course.
You realize what you're giving up. Absolutely no interference. I want carte blanche.
You've got it. You have my word.
All right, then.
For better or for worse, Jillian, I'm delighted. Come on, let me buy you that cup of coffee now, okay?
Sure.
Ryan? Hey, Ryan. Where'd you go?
She's inside playing with Little John.
Oh. Hello.
Hi. How are you this morning?
All right. I didn't see you yesterday.
I had a lot of work to do. I was at the office kind of late, and I guess everybody was asleep when I came home.
Yeah.
You leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Does Mary know?
We're all going home.
Oh. Well, that's terrific. You'll be able to have some privacy for a change. 3 of you. Back to your own place. I have to go to work. I'll see you.
Siobhan. About the other night. Siobhan? We came too close. Siobhan. Come on in. Close the door. What happened the other night happened. It's not gonna go away.
No?
I've been having a rough time lately. I still am. Trying to deal with Mary being away from us and having to be not in my own place. Fired from my job. Hasn't been easy.
I know.
That day, everything kind of came to a head, and I'd been drinking.
Look, you don't have to explain to me. I understand. Could have happened to anybody.
No. It happened to us. I was lonely and angry, full of self-pity. You were there and you cared. You were being my friend, which you've been for some time. But that night it went beyond friendship for both of us. But it isn't a tragedy or infidelity or disloyalty, whatever you want to call it. And it won't happen again. It can't.
No. Maybe we can just pretend the whole thing never happened. Pretend I never came over to your apartment. I never listened to music with you. I never touched you. I don't want to lose you, Jack. I need a friend.
I won't be far away. We'll come up to visit. You can come downtown. It's just a 20-minute subway ride. Number 2 express train downtown. You change at 14th Street.
Come on. I've lived in New York my whole life. You don't have to start explaining the subway system to me.
Who else do I know talks back to me like that? Hmm? You know, I don't make friends easily. Once it's done, I can't afford to let them go. So, got nothing to worry about.
Okay. You know, I want to thank you for being honest with me. So you always have been, and I really appreciate that. Ready for one more question?
Sure.
Mary, do you feel you ought to tell her what happened?
No. If I thought there was a real problem between us, I'd tell her in a minute. But there isn't.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll have a good time down at Weehawken Street. I guess it really is time.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
You too.
I'll be seeing you.
Siobhan? You will.
Now, Dee, I do not want to hear another word about this. You're not telling Maeve any of it.
But, Bobby, somebody has to break it to her gently. But you're right. Not me. I certainly couldn't.
Okay, that's better.
But you could.
What?
I think you should tell her, Bobby. I mean, you know how a person always resents somebody who brings them bad news? But Maeve would never resent you because she loves you. She's always loved you. But we've only just gotten close. I mean, suppose I told her she started to hate me, and I can't risk that.
Boy, you are unbelievable. In the first place, I'm not telling Maeve anything, and neither are you.
But, Bobby...
No, just butt out.
You are impossible since you went to Washington. You know that?
Well, I'm sorry, that's life, but just forget about it then, okay?
Okay, okay.
Hey, Dee. I mean it.
I said all right.
Okay, then. Hi, Marshall.
Just have to find somebody else to tell. I know. Bobby, I've got to run now. It was nice to see you in New York again, though. Okay. Bye-bye.
Dee, remember what I said.
I'll remember. Bye-bye. Oh, Jillian, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your back?
No, it's all right. Is Maeve around?
She's gone to church. Nice to see you again. Bye-bye.
Jillian,
Marshall!
do you have a minute to sit down?
Sure, I was going to come see you this afternoon. I have some news.
Good news, I hope.
I'm going to take the job.
That is exceptional news. Jillian, I am delighted.
Thanks. So, when do we start?
Once you make up your mind, you really move, don't you? I'll try to set up a meeting with the hospital's board of directors as soon as possible.
Fine.
But before that happens, I have a new thought to discuss with you.
Oh?
See, I recognize that as administrator of the project, any decision is entirely your own. But I'm asking you to consider this carefully and be honest with me.
Sounds serious.
Well, Seneca's donation, of course, is the major sum of money to get the new wing off the ground. But we will need other funding. Now, if we're going to develop the project the way that I would like to, federal help may be available.
Yeah, well, something to look into.
Well, the person I think is most willing and most able to help us at that level is Senator Ryan.
Possibly.
Well, given his interest in child health care and his long involvement in the community, he's a natural. Plus, the publicity that he would engender would be very valuable. And there's also another factor. The new wing is intended as a memorial to Edmund. I realize it's difficult for you, Jill, but I think we should be honest about it and discuss this matter now. And I'm also personally aware of your former relationship with Frank Ryan.
Yes.
Seneca told me that Edmund was Frank's son.
I know that, Marshall. Will Frank's participation contribute significantly to the project? I mean, that's the real question.
I think it would. Do you?
Yes.
Well, I don't need your final decision now. Why don't you take a little time and weigh any objections or complications this situation could create?
No, it's all right, because I know you're right. Frank could help enormously. And no, I don't have any objections. And neither should anybody else.
I'm sorry if you were upset last night. We didn't realize how late it was. Tom came over with a detective's report, and we were sitting around talking, and...
Poppy, don't bother. I know what happened here last night.
I don't know what you mean.
Tom told me. So let's at least be honest with each other. All right?
I didn't know. It was Tom. He wanted to. He put his arms around me. He kissed me.
You are not to see him again. He is my husband. He loves me. And we are planning to spend our lives together.
He wanted me.
No, he wanted Teresa. He doesn't even know who you are. And you're doing everything you can to encourage it and take advantage of it. The things he said and did here last night were for Teresa, not for you.
He loves me.
No!
You're afraid because you know it's true. You'd like it if I went away, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. I'd like you to find your own apartment. You can stay here until you do, but I want you to start looking now.
You'd love it if you never saw me again, wouldn't you? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will go away. I could go home. To Limerick. To Teresa's home. I could go to the Donahues. My family. I'd walk up to the door, ring the bell. It would be just like Teresa coming home.
Poppy!
They'd love me. My family.
Poppy, listen to me. The Donahues must not know that Tom is alive. You can't say a word. You can't mention his name in their house.
I try not to.
This is not a game, Poppy. If the Donahues find out Tom is alive, they'll kill him. Your family. Now, is that what you want?
Of course not. I wouldn't want to hurt him. I would never say a word. I love him.
Well, I'm sorry.
Don't be. He loves me, too.
No, he is in love with the memory of Teresa.
He stays with you because he has to. Because of the immigration papers. He doesn't hold you or kiss you the way he kissed me last night. You don't even sleep in the same bedroom. He's going to leave you, Faith. He loves me, not you or Teresa. He'd be here right now if you hadn't come to get him last night.
I shouldn't have come here. I really thought you would understand, but obviously you don't. Excuse me.
You lead such an empty life all alone in that big house, pretending you're married, pretending he loves you. Let him go, Faith. Let him go away with me. And then you'll be free. You'll be free to find someone who loves you as much as Tom loves me. Let us go away together, Faith. It was meant to happen. That's why I came into your lives.